You all got very quiet. You think something's going to happen, don't you? Greetings to all of you and welcome to Blue Ash. Welcome to the Cooper Creek Event Center. And if you haven't been in there yet, it's beautiful and it's slightly cooler. And welcome, most importantly, to the wedding of Josh and Savanna. You all look very happy to be here, and we're all very happy that you are here. Please rise to welcome our bride. Please be seated. We are gathered here to join this couple in the bonds of matrimony. A marriage is more than just a pledging of love from one to the other. It includes accepting the duties, responsibilities, and obligations of the marriage. If anyone has any objections as to why these two should not now be married, now is not the time. You've had years leading up to this point, but please do feel free to find me afterwards because I love gossip. Who gives this woman to be married to this man?
I do, her father.
Very well. You may kiss her, shake his hand, or kiss him and shake. Okay. You want to hand off your flowers over there? Hand off your flowers. Yeah, if you would. That way you can hold hands. All right. You ready? You sure? You sure?
Yep.
All right. You're sure? Okay. Welcome, everybody. We are thrilled that so many of you could make it here today on a beautiful, cold day that it is. One of the wonderful things about a wedding is that it serves as a multi-family reunion. And it always pleases me to witness how people are willing to travel to be here on a day like this for an event like this, which just demonstrates how important it is that we mark these happy transitions in our lives with our closest families and friends. We have guests here today all the way from, get ready, Kentucky, Michigan, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, South Carolina, Missouri, Texas, Connecticut, Florida, Nevada, California, Iowa, and Tennessee. So welcome to you all, near and far. Josh and Savanna would like to acknowledge the spiritual presence of some people who mean a great deal to them. Josh and Savanna are very happy to have the privilege of being married after 5 years of being together. And they deeply regret that Josh's grandparents, Jim and Alberta Redden, his uncle Richard and cousin Little Richard, and Savanna's grandfathers, Tom Jones Sr. and Ron Tetley, are not physically here to join in the celebration. We acknowledge their spiritual presence nonetheless, and we ask you to please stop by the table in the main lobby to commemorate their lives. Josh, you understand that you are here today not only to pledge your love, but also to accept the duties, responsibilities, and legal obligations of a husband.
I do.
Do you do this of your own free will and accord?
Yes.
All right. Savanna, do you understand that you are here today not only to pledge your love, but also to accept the duties, responsibilities, and obligations of a wife?
I do.
Do you do this of your own free will and accord?
I do.
You have shown that you understand the purpose that brings you here today. I would now therefore like to share with you a reading entitled, Falling in Love is Like Owning a Dog by Taylor Malley. On cold winter nights, love is warm. It lies between you and lives and breathes and makes funny noises. Love doesn't like being left alone for long, but come home and love is always happy to see you. It may break a few things accidentally in its passion for life, but you can never be mad at love for long. But love makes you meet people wherever you go. People who have nothing in common but love stop and talk to each other on the street. Throw things away and love will bring them back again and again and again. But most of all, love needs love, lots of it. And in return, love loves you and never stops. We will now exchange vows. Josh, you will go first. Do you, Josh, take Savanna to be your wife, your best friend, your faithful partner, and one true love? Do you promise to encourage and inspire her, and to love her, through the good times and the bad? Do you promise to forever be there to laugh with her, to lift her up when she is down, and to love her unconditionally through all your adventures in life together?
I do.
Savanna, your turn. Savanna, do you take Josh to be your husband, your partner in life, and your one true love? Love just spoke. Will you cherish your union and love him more each day than you did the day before? Will you trust and respect him, laugh with him and cry with him, loving him faithfully through good times and bad, regardless of the obstacles you may face together? Do you give your hand, heart, and love from this day forward for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
And now we will exchange a final mutual vow. Josh and Savanna, do you choose to stand by each other's side and rest in each other's arms? Do you choose to be joy to each other's heart and food to each other's soul? To learn with each other and grow together, even as time and life change you both? Do you promise to laugh in good times and struggle along with each other in the bad? Do you promise to respect and cherish each other as an individual, a partner, and an equal, knowing that you do not complete, but complement each other? Do you want to have many adventures and grow old together?
I do.
I do.
Very well. Wedding rings. You sure?
Good job, Brent.
Oh, look, he went to Jared. Wedding rings are a symbol of commitment and love. Rings are circular, just like love. It has no beginning, it has no end. They represent what has been, what is, and what always will be. They are forged of solid, sturdy material that's meant to survive years of hand-holding, washing dishes, Josh, working, playing, washing the dishes the second time, you didn't do it right the first time, bumps and tender caresses. Couples wear their wedding rings every day as a symbol of their outward love for each other. So Josh, you will go first. You will take Savanna's ring, place it on her ring finger, and repeat after me as you do so. Savanna, I love you.
Savanna, I love you.
My heart is in this ring.
My heart is in this ring.
My love is in this ring.
My love is in this ring.
I promise to be your faithful husband,
I promise to be your faithful husband,
to love you through the best and the worst,
to love you in the best and the worst,
through the difficult and the easy.
through the difficult and the easy.
I promise you my unconditional love,
I promise my unconditional love.
and I give you my unwavering trust.
I give you my unwavering trust.
When you look at this ring,
When you look at this ring,
remember that I love you always.
remember that I love you always.
Savanna, it is your turn. If you would likewise place the ring on Josh's finger and repeat after me. Josh, thank you for my beautiful ring.
Josh, thank you for my beautiful ring.
I love you.
I love you.
My heart is in this ring.
My heart is in this ring.
My love is in this ring.
My love is in this ring.
I promise to be your faithful wife,
Promise to be your faithful wife.
to love you through the best and the worst,
To love you through the best and the worst.
through the difficult and the easy.
Through the difficult and the easy.
I promise you my unconditional love,
Promise you my unconditional love.
and I give you my unwavering trust.
And I give you my unwavering trust.
When you look at this ring,
When you look at this ring,
remember that I love you always.
remember that I love you always.
Josh and Savanna, you have shown your desire to share love and trust. I would now share with you both, your friends, family, and witnesses here assembled, a final reading. Yes, we're going to get out of the sun soon. From The Union by Robert Fulghum. You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, you have been making commitments in an informal way. All of those conversations that were held in a car or over a meal or during long walks, all those conversations that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, you will, we will. All those late night talks that included someday, somehow, and maybe. And all those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you have made are a way of saying to one another, you know all those things that we promised and hoped and dreamed? Well, I meant every word. Look at one another now and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another. Acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, even teacher, for you have learned much from one another these past few years. And shortly I will say a few words that will take you across a threshold of life, and things will never be quite the same. For today, you shall say to the world, "This is my husband." You shall say, "This is my wife." When I met Josh and Savanna, I asked them to sum up their relationship for me in one word. And then I would write something unique and original about them and about marriage using that word. And I got to know them, and I found out that Josh actually went to school with one of my daughters and knew my other two daughters and my son. So this was easy to do for you. The word they chose was adventurous. When I met Josh and Savanna, this was the word, and this is the gift that I now have to you. Winnie the Pooh once said, "As soon as I saw you, I knew an adventure was going to happen." Drew Houston wrote, "Instead of trying to make our lives perfect, give yourself the freedom to make it an adventure and go ever upward." Adventurous is a couple's word, by the way, and it's hard really to have an adventure solo. Part of what makes an adventure special is that we share it with someone special. Adventures are best shared. Marriage itself is an adventure. Face it, marriage is the one institution that both excites you and scares you at the same time. Without adventure, how do you know where you belong? Without a partner to be adventurous with, how do you know to whom you belong? If you go through life doing what you have to do, life will become mundane. Not that that's bad, mind you, but life can be so much more when you push the envelope, when you stretch yourself a little bit. So be adventurous. Skinned knees, bruised egos, embarrassing moments are not only survivable, they are the stuff from which memories are made. Nicholas Sparks writes, "There are 30,000 days in your life. When I was 24, I realized I'm almost 9,000 days down. There are no warm-ups, no practice rounds, no reset buttons. Your biggest risk isn't failing. It's getting too comfortable. Every day we're writing a few words more to your story. I wanted my story to be an adventure, and that made all the difference." So I close by saying this to you. Let the adventures continue. Let them grow and abide. From this day forward, you shall never walk alone. Your heart will be his shelter. Your arms will be her home. I hope you've enjoyed this rather warm ceremony, and I hope that it lasts a lifetime in your memory. It's been my honor to officiate your ceremony today. And now I get to say some magic, and shortly thereafter that magic is going to cause bubbles to flourish. So get those ready. By the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife, and you may kiss. Here you go. Turn around, face your people. It is my honor and great delight to be the first to officially introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Josh Redden.